This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. We're starting a new batch from today on MSBI. Hope you have attended the MSBI demos. And if not, you will get the demos from my team. You ask them, you call them, get the demos and watch. There are two demos on MSBA. So part one and part two, you watch fully those demos without fail. Okay. I would have explained what is SSIS and what is SSAS and what is SSRS there. So 1 hour videos, the two videos are there. Please watch those videos without fail. Clear? So all these are independent modules. SSIS is a integration or ETL software. SSAS is a analysis software. SSRS is a reporting software. These three are going to be installed when you install SQL Server software. Clear? So SQL Server software is going to be installing SQL Server plus MSBI as well. People who are new, for them it is. Clear? So that's what I told you. And if you're a first time learner MSBI, so what is the prerequisite? Prerequisite is SQL Server you should know very well. We are not conducting any live batches for SQL Server, and we have 45 videos. You must buy them and watch them daily, one video. And what software you need to install? 2019 software to be installed. When you install, you will have RDBMS SQL software plus MSBA software will be installed in your laptop. Clear? So 8 a.m. batch. So we're going to be covering SSIS for 30 days, SSAS for 2 weeks, 12 days, and we have multi-dimensional cube we are going to be covering as part of MSBA class. Clear? So actually, SSAS comes with two types of cubes. One is called multi-dimensional. Second one is called tabular model cube. Okay. So this has got introduced in 2012. Clear. So SSIS 30 days, SSAS 12 days. I'm going to be covering only this cube. So as part of MSBA class, I'm not going to be covering this cube. So this is not at all covered. No. Clear. So multi-dimensional cube will get covered and SSRS. Plus you will be having a data warehousing concepts. So the data warehousing concepts will be 7 days. So these are the things will get covered as part of MSBA. So daily, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with the same meeting ID. So another 2 months you will be with me. You will be learning one by one, one by one. So all these are independent. You can learn SSIS first, or you can learn SSIS first, or you can learn SSAS first. Okay, all these are independent modules. Anybody can learn. You're a non-IT guy or IT guy, MBA guy or non-technical guy, doesn't matter. You should be able to learn MSBA, any module, but the prerequisite is RDBMS SQL Server. You should know. Since we don't have live classes, I strongly recommend to buy videos. You can, how to buy videos and everything. You can reach out the below two numbers. This is my WhatsApp number, and these are my team's numbers, WhatsApp numbers. You can call them, you ping them, and if you wanted to buy or make any payment for this course, you can reach out them. Clear? So they will help you to install the software as well in your laptops, and they will also tell you how to make the payments and everything, how to enroll for the course, or how to wanted to buy everything. Clear? So that is what you should do, people who are new. Now we have started launched recently one more course called Power BI, and 6:30 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Timing, it is starting. So in this we're going to be installing Power BI desktop and SSAS tabular model you have, right? So this is going to be covered in this. SSAS tabular model is going to be covered, and the data warehousing concepts also will get covered. Clear? So MSBI people will get data warehousing concept. Even the Power BI people also will get. So Power BI is not a replacement for MSBI, and Power BI is a advanced version of reporting tool. That's it, nothing else. Clear? We have a reporting tool SSRS, right? So SSRS advanced version is called Power BI. Power BI is not completely, it is not going to replace MSBI. If somebody says like that, they don't know. And Power BI need to be installed separately. and you can download this software from google.com. So this also you can download it, but it is more than 700 GB, so you will not be able to download very easily. My team is going to be giving you the latest version. What is the latest version? SQL Server 2019. So you will have SQL will get installed, and MSBI also will get installed. Clear? So SS stands for what? SQL Server. Okay. SQL Server Integration Services, SQL Server Analysis Services, SQL Server Reporting Services. So MSBI plus Power BI plus SQL Server, you have more and more job opportunities. Only learning Power BI will not give you any job opportunities. Okay. If you learn MSBI, at least SQL Server you should know very well. SQL Server MSBI, you have opportunities, and SQL Server MSBI plus Power BI you have opportunities, but only Power BI there is no job opportunity. Power BI developers must and should know SSIS, and must and should know SSRS and SQL Server. Clear? If you planning to come into IT industry, no problem. Anybody can come. Non-IT, IT, any people can come, but you need to plan for SQL Server parallelly. So you can learn live classes MSB, but parallelly you buy videos and you daily watch these videos. 45 videos are available. You can plan like this, guys. Clear? So that's what you need to understand. And let us start this. Now, when is that we are going to be using SSAS? Clear? So, introduction to SSAS, roles for SSAS, and need for SSAS. Clear? So, as we know, data analytics or business intelligence means get the data, store the data, process the data, and perform lot of data analytics, right? So what is it we're going to be doing? You take any company, the company will have data in different places. You think about Amazon company. Amazon has a lot of business in India. Amazon company, lot of business in America. Amazon company, lot of business in Africa, Middle East, everywhere. So what is the first issue? They don't have all the data in a single location. I have some data in India. This is stored in SAP server from Amazon, right? I have some data in US. This is stored in .NET servers. I have some data in UK. I means not I, Amazon company. Amazon company, lot of data in here. So all the data may be in Excel sheets or flat files, right? So I'm talking about the company, but the company has data in different locations. The company has data in different, places. So what are we going to do? We are going to get all the data because this data belongs to Amazon company. I can easily integrate the data. For integration purpose, a software we are going to be using, that is what is called ETL software. So I have given a 1 hour introduction to ETL and everything. So you please watch that demo. I'll be taking just 5 minutes of time and complete this. Okay. So what is SSIS? Which is a SQL Server Integration Services ETL software. Extract the data, transform the data, load the data. We'll be discussing about this one for 30 days. Don't worry about it. But you should know we need to extract the data. So all data which has got extracted will get loaded into one more server. What is a server? The server is called a staging server. Okay, all the data will be loading to one server. Staging means what? A temporary. Okay, all the data will get loaded to one more server, a temporary server. So here data cleaning is happening. If you have duplicate data, that remove. If you wanted to convert the data, you can convert. You would like to split the data, you can split it. Whatever you wanted to do it, you can do it. So this server is a RDBMS server. RDBMS means a database, or you can say this is a SQL. SQL means Oracle server, or Teradata server, SQL server. This is one RDBMS server where we are going to be doing data cleansing. Clear? So clean the data from this server will be taken from this server, and with the help of, again, with the help of what? SSIS ETL, right? Extract the data, transform the data, load the data to the next destination. Again, we're going to be using SSIS, SQL Server Integration Services. We use this software to extract the data. All the data is going to go and going to sit in this a bigger machine. This machine is called as a data warehouse. Clear? So what is the bigger machine the companies are going to be using? A data warehousing machines. And this is a bigger machine, a data warehouse. Okay. Warehouse is a single word. You should not write where space house. It is English, wrong spelling. Okay. Warehouse is a single word. Data space warehouse. Clear? So people will write data space where space house. It is not a where space house. It is completely wrong spelling. Data space warehouse. Data warehouse. What is this? It is also one more large database. Clear? So many people do not know what is a data warehouse. I will give you a simple example. Right? So if I buy a laptop, what is my laptop? My laptop is having 4 GB of RAM and I'm installing SQL Server software. So maximum data I can store in my laptop because my hardware size is 1 TB of hard disk. So maximum size I can store 1 TB of data. I have installed SQL Server or Oracle. What is SQL Server? Which is RDBMS software. So where we can store data. What is RDBMS? If you don't know, you buy videos and you need to practice. Okay, so you need to compulsorily start SQL Server along with the MSBI guys. Clear? Any questions, guys? If not, please mute. Somebody is unmuted. Who's that? Guys, somebody is unmuted. Who's that? Yeah, please mute. If you don't have any questions, please mute it. Okay, so if I buy a laptop and store the data, if I install SQL software or Oracle software, so my Oracle software is installed in my laptop. So my laptop, configuration is 4 GB of RAM, 1 TB of data I can have. But if I wanted to store large amount of data, say every day, every month I'm getting 200 GB of data. You assume like this. So all these places, Amazon companies, right? Whenever you buy a product, all the data will go to these servers. So this is your laptop. Okay, if you're in India, you are going to be connecting to what Amazon website, and you wanted to buy a product. So when you buy a product, what happens? Your data is getting stored here. Okay, your data is getting stored here. Like that, many customers are buying and buying and buying and buying. All the data will be part of this server. Like that, many people are buying a lot of data, lot of items from Amazon.com. All the data also comes here. So one day these servers will become full, right? One day these servers will become full. These servers are called as OLTP servers. Already we discussed in the demo. I strongly recommend to watch those demos. Okay, online transaction processing. That means wherever there is a fresh data, the data is called as a what? OLTP data, online transaction data. Now, these servers are limited servers, maybe having 1 TB of hard disk. So maximum it can store 1 TB of data. I given my example, my laptop, right? But so every month, let us assume every month these people are getting put together. Every month these people are getting 500 GB of data per month. Clear? So within 12 months, what will happen? It will become 6 TB of data. Can I store? For example, here I'm having 1 TB. Here I'm having, let us say, one more terabyte. Here I'm having Excel means you have very limited size. Say, let us say some 20 GB of data you can store. So your total size is not more than 2 TB. But how do I store every month data? I will not be able to store this, right? So every month data, what we normally do, we take the data from here and we'll be dumping into the data warehousing. Clear? So what is a data warehouse? Data warehouse is a bigger server where you have 100 TB of hard disk, 1000 GB of RAM, lot of processes are running. So what software I need to install? I need to install again SQL. SQL means simply RDBMS or a database software you need to install. Clear? So this is going to be having 100 terabyte of hardware. So I'm going to be dumping every month 500 GB, 500 GB, 500 GB, 500 GB into 12 months. It will be 6 terabytes of data per annum. So probably I will be able to store, 10 years of data. What is the size? Maybe 60 terabyte of data I am planning to have it. So this is what is called a data warehousing data. Clear? So I'll complete this demo. We'll start SSAS. Okay. Please bear with me. Now I have this data here. So what is the data warehouse now? Data warehouse is a large database, or you can say large server, bigger server. You have large amount of data available here. But the problem is it is only going to store the data. Clear? For example, I have some data. What is the data? For example, you paid mobile phone for 11,000 rupees. I bought a blanket that is for 2000 rupees. Clear? So I will be able to get all the data. How you are going to be getting the data? With the help of ETL. What ETL is going to be doing? ETL is going to be extracting the data and loading into here. You clean the data. From here, all the data will come here. So SSIS is a data importing and exporting softwares. Okay, so what is SSIS? SSIS is a data importing and exporting softwares. All the data. So what is the data I have? I have 11,000 paid for a mobile phone, and if somebody purchased a blanket, and all the data is here. So like that, millions of data is going to come here in the data warehousing. Not only this month data, current month data, last month data, current year data, last year data, last 10 years of data is where it is available in the data warehousing. So what data warehouse is going to be doing? Data warehouse is going to be simply storing the large amount of data. Warehouse means a godown. Clear? Warehouse means a godown. You have a large amount of data. Every month you are getting the data. Your, these are full, and when these are full, you're dumping the data. Then you delete the data here, right? So your data will not be there in the Amazon machine for OLTP machines forever, because every month you're buying and buying. They may be keeping last 1 year data in these servers, OLTP servers. Later all the data will be dumped here, and they'll be deleting the data here. Okay, your transactional data will not be there. For example, you go to a bank, you're doing cash deposit, cash withdrawal. Do you think that every all 10 years of data, for example, you opened an account 5 years back, do you go to 5 years back and see that transactions in your banking software? They will say, if you're trying to open a create a report also, they'll say you can see maximum last 3 months transactions or last 1 year transactions, not more than that. But where is the older data in banking software? So banking software is a OLTP software, because it is a fresh data storing. All the data would have taken and they would have dumped onto data warehousing. Clear? So in OLTP, they maintain only last 1 month data, 1 year data. Remaining data will get maintained into where? Data warehousing. So data warehousing is going to be storing the data. But I don't want to store the data. I wanted to do a data processing. So this is where the need for SSAS starts. Clear? So if I simply store the data, what is the use? I have 11,000 here, I have 2,000 here. I don't need. I wanted to know what is the sales happened. Clear? So that is what is called processing. Clear? So I wanted to do a summing operation. So I would like to do summing operation. I wanted to do average operation. I wanted to find out what is the minimum sales, what is the maximum sales, or I would like to count number of customers. Number of customers is one customer, second customer, two customers. So I can perform all these operations where in this is where we are going to be using SSAS. Okay, multi-dimensional cube we are going to be creating. We are going to process. Process means what? Performing summing operations, performing maximum, minimum aggregations on this data. Now, what is 11,000? 11,000 is a raw data, right? And 2,000 is also raw data. What is the total? Total is 13,000. Clear? So who's going to be doing the processing? SSAS cube. So what kind of a cube we're going to be performing here? Multi-dimensional cube. Clear? Multi-dimensional cube, which is going to be processing of the data. How much of a data you have? In the data warehouse, you will have not GBs, you will have terabytes of data, maybe 10 terabyte of data, 20 terabyte of data. That is the data warehouse you're going to be storing. And how do you process the data? For the processing purpose, we are going to be using one more machine, one more software is called SSAS software, which is going to be performing aggregations. Aggregation means what? Summing, find out average, find out minimum, this one, that one. And after that, what you do, we are going to be creating a lot of reports. The report could be with SSRS, or report could be with Power BI. So here we may have Power BI, or maybe have SSRS, or you can also create a report with Excel. Excel is also number one reporting tool. We create a lot of reports here. Clear? So we get the data from where? We get the data from the cube. What cube is doing? Cube is definitely getting the data from the data warehousing machine, and processing the data and creating a lot of summing operations. These are called aggregations. Clear? These are called aggregations that is going to be doing, and aggregated data will come to a report. This report will be seen by the management of the company. Amazon manager wanted to see what is the sales happened yesterday, what is the sales happened today. We get the data, we load the data into the data warehousing, we process the data, we create a report. So what kind of report you want to do? See, you would like to see what is the sales happened in last 5 years, and I would like to have state wise in India, or what is the sales happened. For example, Apple iPhone model wise, they have a lot of models, right? So 11 Pro, 12, like that. Apple iPhone, I wanted to have a country wise, state wise, a brand wise, only Apple brand. I would like to see the sales. Clear? The reports need to be visualized like this. But the problem is that report should get the data from where? From the cube. Cube has to get the data from where? From the data warehousing. Clear? So we already discussed what is a data warehouse. If you did not attend, again we'll have one more data warehousing class you can attend. We're going to be covering data warehouse for 7 classes. Okay, it's very easy. Anybody can understand very easily. 7 days, and SSAS will be having approximately 12 classes. Clear? 12 days daily, 1 hour of class will have. And what is the purpose of SSAS? The purpose, it is going to be getting the data from where? Data warehousing, and the processing. Processing means what? It may be summing or finding what is the average sales, what is the minimum sales happened, what is the maximum sales happened. All these are called as aggregations. Clear? Aggregations means what? Aggregations means what? Summing, average, minimum, maximum, counting. All these are called as processing, or called as aggregations. So SSAS multi-dimensional cube we're going to be using, and we're going to be aggregating the data, and aggregated data will be used in the reports, maybe Power BI report, or SSRS report, or Excel report, and we're going to be deploying the report to the end user. End user means I'm talking about business user. So the management of the company, so wanted to see the report, they can analyze why the sales is good, why the sales is bad. And this is what is called OLAP. OLAP means what? Online analytical processing. That means daily fresh data you will be able to get it. You're going to be having in the data warehousing old data. OLAP means historical data. And large amount of data. Why large data? Every month 500 GB of data when you're getting from OLTP system. I'm storing last 10 years of data. You calculate last 10 years of data where it will be available. Not in Amazon OLTP servers. It is in Amazon OLAP servers. OLAP means data warehousing. So data warehouse only store the data, but you wanted to perform data analytics and everything. So I wanted to understand what is called SSAS cube, and I would like to aggregate the data. Clear? So we'll start what is the need for SSAS, it is going to be aggregating. What are the things it is doing? If SSAS is not there, what are the issues? All these things I'll talk about in the real-time case study. I will give you a simple example so that you would understand, okay, what the importance of SSAS. Clear? So can I start that? So what is the need for SSAS? What are the rules of SSAS? So blah, 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 we're going to be discussing. So is an analysis tool, stores multi-dimensional aggregated data to speed up the queries, stores pre-computed data, is a multi-dimensional OLAP server and data mining, data science server, blah, blah, blah. Clear? So let me give you a simple example so that you will understand in the better way. Let me take one Excel. Okay. I will tell you simple example. In India, not only in India, many countries, we get a milk supplied to your doorstep. Clear? So you have a vendors. So daily they'll come to your doorstep. They'll be giving you the milk. They'll be supplying the milk, right? So what is that my mother is doing? My mother is taking care of my family. She is writing, for example, month of June is going on June, and she will be writing a date, and what is the quantity of the milk, quantity in liters she is consuming. She is writing in a paper and pen. My mother does not know computers, and she is every month what she is doing, she is writing a year number and month number. Okay, every month she is having a diary, a notebook, and she is writing. Whenever we get a milk to my family, she is writing date one. Okay, June date one, we got 3.5 liters of milk. Okay, she's writing right. She point 3.5 liters of milk. Day two, that guy is absent. Okay, that guy did not come. Some problem is happened. Corona. He's stuck. He did not come. The second day, third day, is arranging the milk again. Again, the third day we consumed 3 liters of milk, and the fourth day we consumed again. We had a big, function. We had taken 12 liters of milk from the vendor, and June today, let us say fifth, and again we have consumed 3 liters of milk like that. So this is writing, my mom is writing the data. Now think about earlier month is May month, right? Now earlier also, last month also, my mother would have received. So last month till 31st, right? So last month May 31st. So dot 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 dot, you will have dot dot dot. My mother would received lot of this one. So she purchased milk. Where is she writing all the data? All the daily data. This is what is called detailed data or daily transactional data, fresh data. This is OLTP data. OLTP data means what? Online transaction data. Online transaction means what? Fresh data. So daily we are getting a milk to my family from the vendors. I'm writing it here. So not me, my mother is writing where? She is using paper and pen. Clear? So 1 month is over, May is over. Now again, she is also going to write for June, right? So June 2021. Again, the story starts. The story starts. There is no different story again. First, what is the supplied? Third, blah, blah, blah. All the data available where? Paper and pen, notebooks. Clear? So this is what you need to understand. Paper and pen. So manually she is writing. So at the month end, my vendor, my supplier is going to come. He will be asking my mother, hey madam, hey ma'am, I wanted to have the money, ma'am, because I have supplied for 1 month. I did not take any money from you. Can you arrange some money? Can you arrange some money? So that is what my milkman, my milk supplier asked my mother. My mother said, why not? I'll give the money today. Please wait. Why? My mother needs time. My mother wanted to do some calculations because 3.5 plus 3, because she is doing everything manually. She's doing everything manually. 3.5 plus 3, 6.5. 6.5 plus 12, it's 18.5. She's doing the calculations. What is she doing? She has a detailed data, monthly data. Now this month is over. So this data is called as a history. History data. Already the month is over. Nobody will update the data. This is historical data. Now this is a OLTP data. OLTP means fresh data. Now, after some time, it will also become history. So this is historical data. Now, I can do any kind of a calculation because I would like to make the amount. Now, when I say, hey, milkman, hey, supplier, please wait. I want to do the calculation and I do the summing and everything. Please wait. I'll give you the money. So, you know what milkman says? Milkman says, Madam, I am busy. This guy says, I am busy, madam. I cannot wait. So, what is very, very important? Money is important. But now he's saying, money is not important for me, madam. Time is important. I cannot wait. So, what you do? You process the data, madam. Keep it ready. Tomorrow morning I'll come. You do the total. You get the total done. You make it ready. I will tomorrow come and collect the amount. So, this vendor is, he needs money because money is important, right? He has to run the business. But now he's saying, money is not important for me. What is important? Time, because I have to take care of a lot of other people because he's supplying 3,000 customers. Every customer say, you wait, I do the calculation, right? You wait, I do the calculation, I'll give the amount. If everybody is saying like that and each and every customer takes 5 minutes of time, then what is the total time he has to waste? Right? So what is telling? Madam, you do the calculation before I come tomorrow. That is the word you should understand. What is the calculation you should do? Madam, you do it, but not when I come. Okay. But before that, because already this data is historical data, no changes are there. This is already done data. You do the calculation and you pay me the amount. So what is important for me? This guy is the user. He wanted to have the money, so he cannot wait. So time is important for him. So what my mom is doing? So after the vendor is left from my home, my mother has taken the book and she has done the calculation. So total milk we have consumed, let us say 127 liters. Clear? Total consumption of the milk is 127. She is aggregated. Aggregated means summed it up. It is a processing. Now we knew 127 liters into each liter, let us say 43 rupees in India. Clear? So 127 into 43, one more processing, right? It is total. One more is summing operation. Then again, I need to do into 43. I will get some amount. Clear? So that amount, so she will be putting 43 here and total amount, let us say, is supposed to pay some 3,416 rupees we need to pay. Okay, INR, Indian rupees. So this is the calculation my mother has done, where in the paper and pen, and all the calculations she has done, everything is ready. Okay, now unfortunately, she's done the calculation somewhere in between. My father called my mother. Okay, some important message. Suddenly my mother has taken the phone. She has done the calculation. What she did not do, she did not write on the book. Everything is done on some other paper. Everything is lost. Okay, she forgot completely because my father called up. Everything is she has done. Calculations is everything run. Where somewhere else, some calculator or manually she has done it. But she has done the processing. But what she did not do, nowhere she mentioned the what is the total amount. But the calculation is done. So this is the blank she forgot. Again, tomorrow morning, the milkman comes, right? Madam, today is applying for the third day in June. He will be applying, Madam, can you clear the last month amount? Yeah, I will clear it. So I have done the calculation. So, yes, she has done almost 10 minutes of time she has wasted and she has calculated. Now she opens the book. What is not there? The grand total is not there. It is missing. It is missing. It is not there. Even though you have done the calculation, what is very important now? Doing calculation is not so important. You're storing the total aggregation. What is the total amount? It is a 3,000, this is the amount we supposed to give. This I did not write anywhere. My mother did not write anywhere. What is not so important? Dunning calculation is not so important. You store the total aggregations because it's historical data. Nobody will change this data. You could have done that. But my father, unfortunately, she forgot because my father called up. Clear? Again, the milkman comes and asks, my mother says, sorry, I'm so sorry about it. I have done the aggregation, I have done the processing, but what I did not do, I did not store what is the total. That is where I have done. Clear? Now, what did you understand from this example? What did you understand? If we have a large amount of data, when you have it, okay, you're storing the data. Where you're storing the data? You're storing in OLTP system. So OLTP system will be pushing all the data into where data warehousing system. Data warehousing is getting every month the milk data. You think like that. Okay. Now this is the data, you're storing it here, and the same data will come to data warehousing here. So now end of the day, I would like to see the report. Okay, if I would like to see the report here, what I should do, I should not take the data warehouse data. I cannot give it here because if you give raw data, I would like to see that sum. If I wanted to see the sum, who is this? This is a business guy. The business guy, he wanted to see the sum. So what you're doing, you're taking a row by row, row by row, row by row. So you're going to somewhere in the reporting level. You're going to be summing in the reporting level. So this guy has to wait. However, the milkman is waiting. My mother is doing the calculations, right? My mother is doing the calculation. This milkman is waiting. This supplier is waiting because the data is available. Everything is available. I wanted to know what is the sales. But if I give data warehouse data, same raw data will come. That's it, nothing else. But what I need, I don't want to see the raw data. I would like to see what is the total sales happened. So the sum, when summing will happen, when the milkman asks for the amount, my mother is summing. Is it good practice? So what should have been done? What should have been done? Before this fellow is asking the report, before this fellow is asking the report, somebody would have aggregated the data. What is somebody? You will take one more guy, he will take the data, he will create a summing operation. You get $1,000, $2,000. However, we got the 3217. You got this guy is a summing operations. Who is this guy? This guy is called SSAS. Clear? So however my mother is doing aggregations, what my mother is doing, two things. Aggregation is one step, then the second step is storing that. If you don't store, what will happen? Tomorrow the milkman comes. If you don't have the figure here, what will happen? Again you need to aggregate it. So SSAS is going to be aggregating the data. Okay, SSAS is aggregating the data plus also storing the data. So total is 1,000, 2,000. What is 1,000? 1,000 is sales by last month sales. This is the current month sales. These aggregations are done by whom? These aggregations are done by SSAS. In my case, who is doing aggregations here? My mother is doing aggregations. Clear? So what SSAS? What is the advantage of SSAS? You can understand now. SSAS is going to be taking the raw data, going to perform aggregations. So what is the advantage here? When the milkman comes, aggregations are ready, you simply open and give the amount. You open the book, and give the amount, and the milkman will be very, very fast. He will be very, very happy. Clear? So that is what is the role of SSAS. So why SSAS means the reporting will be very, very fast. Otherwise, what will happen? So if the customer needs a report, what you do? This is your data. You're doing the aggregations on the fly. On the fly means what? The milkman comes and milkman asking about amount. Then you're saying, hey, wait, I will aggregate the data. I will give the amount. So milkman is end user, he will not wait. Clear? So what you do, you aggregate the data before he comes, the total amount you're going to be aggregating, and you're also storing. Two things. Who's doing? My mother is doing. Okay, my mother is doing these two things. Clear? And when the milkman comes tomorrow, my mother is not going to perform aggregations and totals. My mother is simply opening and seeing what is the total for June, May. So this is the amount she is going to be paying. Like that, we have next month also June, and we are consumed this much of a milk. You will have one more aggregation here. Clear? So like that, all aggregations data would have been done by mother when the milkman, ask, before the milkman ask, my mother is doing. Now my mother is replaced with a software. What is the software now? SSAS software. What it is doing? It is aggregating data. More important, it is storing the data. If you don't store these numbers, and if you leave it, and my father called up, called, the other example, and my mother forgot to write that. So what is happening? Again, you need to re-aggregate the data, right? So two steps are very, very important. You need to aggregate it and you need to store the data. So cube is going to be taking the data from where? So data warehouse is going to be having detailed data. Detailed means this is a daily data, this is a detailed data. So aggregations means what? Aggregations means the end. So what is the aggregation? 3217. It is one. It is a May sales. And next month 4018. This is a June milk amount. Clear? So these two aggregations, my mother has done it, and she is writing in the book. Now we are going to be writing in the SSAS. Now when you have this ready, when anybody wanted to see what is the sales happen in the report, now simply you go and get the data and display the data here. May month sales is this much, June month sales is this much. You are not going to be doing aggregations on the fly. Means when the milkman comes, my mother is not doing any kind of a calculation. My mother has done one day before or last night, right? So whenever you get a new data here, so what we're going to be doing, we create a SSAS. We are going to be performing aggregations and we perform large amount of data. Large amount of aggregation we store and we keep them in SSAS. What is advantage? That if you wanted to see what is the sales happened, so you need not go to the raw data and see the report there. Now let me give you a simple example. This is the data my mother is able to do it because small amount of data have it. But you think it is not, a small amount of data. If you have 1 trillion data, 1 billion data every month I'm getting. First question, my mother manually summing 1 million data is impossible. Clear? That is the one thing. Okay. At least you take limited data. I have taken only 30 to 40 rows. Okay. So quantity in liters is this. And one more column I have. What about the quality? Quality means milk is good or bad. So we have some parameters that we are using. So my mother is writing, it is a good, it is absent. So we cannot give anything there. The quality is good, quality is bad, quality is bad, like that. My mother is writing some parameters. Clear? And one more thing, the vendor is on time or late. That is also one more parameter my mother is having. Is on time? Yes. On time or late. So is on time? Yes. He was absent. He was late. No. He was late. He was on time. So like that, we have a lot of data. So we have stored. Clear? So what is the aggregation my mother is doing every month? Only grand total. Only grand total. Only one calculation she is doing. But my father wanted to ask my mother, what is the question my father asked? Tell me how many times in last month milkman was absent. Okay. So one sum is what is the total amount in month of May? So month of May, 3027 rupees. This is one aggregation. The second option is number of times absent. Okay. In month of May, one time. So who has done the calculation? My mother has done the calculation. Now, number of times the milk is good. So one more aggregation in the month of May. How many times the milk was good? So let us say I do the calculation. I say 20, 4 times milk is good. Clear? And number of times the milk was bad. Okay, in the month of May, it was let us say 7 days, total 31 days, right? 7 days it was, sorry, it was 6 days, and number of times he was absent. Like that, my mother is calculating a lot of aggregations. Not only this. This is only one total I'm talking about. Lot of things my father wanted to have on the 1 month data. Now, lot of complex things. Let me tell you lot of complex questions. How many Sundays he was absent? Now see the criticality of the report. Did you understand how many Sundays the milkman was the absent? Now give me the data not from May month. Give me, consider the data last 5 years of data. See now the complicated report. Now I'm talking about not only simple data, I'm talking about last 5 years data. My mother has to take it. The question was, last 5 years, how many Sundays milkman was absent? Now I need to worry whether is absent on May 2nd. May 2nd comes under Sundays or not. So that is the more worried now. See now, it will be very, very, it is Sunday. Fortunately, it was Sunday. Clear? So my father was asking very, very tricky questions, and my mother wanted to, work on the so much of a data. What is the so much of a data here? 5 years of data. Now my father is asking me, last 10 years of data, you take it and you give me month wise, my semester wise, quarter wise, month wise, what is the amount we paid, and you give me number of times he is absent. Like that, lot of reports are is asking. This is what is called multi-dimensional. What is multidimensional? So my father wanted to ask my mother, tell me what is the sales happened today, or what is the milk consumed today. Today is, let us say, 8th date. What is the milk consumed today? Let us say we have consumed only 4 liters of milk. This is a fresh question. So, but father wanted to ask me, what is the milk we consumed in last 1 quarter, and what is the milk we have consumed in last 5 years? What is the total times the guy was absent, and how many times he was absent in the last quarter? Clear? Different dimensions. What is that? So he would like to ask year wise. Year wise is a dimension. Quarter wise is a dimension, right? And how many times he was on time or off time. So lot of parameters is going to be including, and asking lot of questions to my mother. And my mother cannot do this because my mother is going to do manual work, right? So these kind of an aggregations my mother cannot perform it. So where the mother is cannot do it, so we are going to be doing with the little amount of data, mother can do it, right? So mother is very, very difficult to perform the large amount of data, and so many calculations, so many aggregations you need. So we are going to be replacing here SSAS. Clear? So what SSAS is going to be doing? SSAS will go to large amount of data. It will give you a lot of calculations by fraction of a button, without you writing any code, without you doing anything, without having anything. When you have a large amount of data, SSAS is going to be working very, very quickly. Clear? Large amount of data, not only one aggregation. I told about multi-dimensional aggregation. Multi-dimensional means different dimensions. What is the year-wise sales? What is the year-wise, semester-wise sales? What is the year-wise, semester-wise, quarter-wise sales? What is the country-wise, year-wise sales? What is the country-wise, state-wise? So country is a dimension, state is a dimension, year is a dimension. Clear? And what is the product wise sales? Country wise, product wise, year wise, month wise, product wise, subcategory wise, category wise. So all these are dimensions. You have to create large number of aggregations. You go mad if you do it manually. Clear? So we cannot do it. So when the manually we are not going to be doing, that is where we are going to be implementing a machine. So machine is now SSAS. SSAS is a machine with a software. It is going to go to the data. It is going to be creating a lot of aggregations, and it is going to be storing also. If you don't store, again you need to aggregate the data, right? Because when the milkman comes, again my mother is calculating, means it will take a lot of time. So it has to be done before the reporting happens. So when the aggregations are done, tomorrow simply I create a report. I create a report, show these numbers in the report. Okay. So anybody who wanted to see the report, reports are very, very faster. Why reports are very, very faster? Because reports have taken the data from SSAS cube. SSAS cube has taken the data from, where? From the data warehousing. It has aggregated the data, not only one aggregation, multi-dimensional aggregations. Okay, lot of aggregations have done. All the data is ready. Whatever you needed, you can take it, right? That is the need for SSAS. Clear? So what SSAS is going to be doing? SSAS is going to be making the reports faster. Why making the reports faster? Because if you have detailed data, on this data, if I do the aggregations and everything, I'll become very, very slow. What I do, I give the detailed data to the cube will create this kind of an aggregations, and aggregated data I'll give it to report. So report need not do anything, simply get the aggregations and show the data. This is what is the sales, this is what is the sales. So milkman, when that comes, my mother is already aggregated, and the totals are ready. Whenever my father comes, the totals are ready. My father need not wait. Otherwise, if my father is asking a question, my mother is going and opening the book and doing the calculations, means my father has to wait years together, because it is a 5 years of data my father is asking, my mother is doing manually, so definitely it will take a lot of time. Clear? So whenever you ask a question, reporting means you need to show some sales data in the report and the visualization, but somebody has to get the detailed data, somebody has to aggregate the data, and somebody will view the data. Who's going to be viewing the data? The management of the company. They view the data, they create a lot of visualizations. Okay. Now I'll tell you one simple example so that you would understand. I wanted to go to my home, right? So I have a lot of raw food is available. Food, all rice, wheat is available, rice is available, and lot of vegetables are available, and this is me, I would like to consume. So what I do, I go, now I cook here, I do a processing here, right? I cook. What is the processing? I cook the food, then I am going to be consuming. So cooking will take a lot of time. You should know how to cook the food, you need to know how to do the food, right? So instead of you cooking, what you do, you have a chef here, you have a chef. So what chef is going to be taking? He will be taking the detailed data. So detailed raw food is going to be taking, is going to be cooking the food. The food is ready on the dining table. What you do, you go and you eat the food. So what is the advantage? You can go and you cook, or somebody has cooked it already, you simply go and you have it. What is the advantage? If somebody has already cooked the food, you need not waste your time, and the chef is here, SSAS. Okay. Now here we have a data warehousing. So data warehouse data, I would like to see the data, but I would like to see I don't want to see the raw data. I would like to see aggregations. What is the total sales happened? What is the total amount we paid month of May? Clear? So that cooking is happening where? In SSAS. So what I do, I take the raw data, I cook it, I aggregations I'm going to be showing. So your SSAS is a chef. Clear? Your storeroom, your refrigerator is going to be having detailed vegetables and everything. So you should know how to cook it, right? So that is waste of time. And if you have a chef, and he should know how to cook the food, and you need not waste the time, by the time you come for the lunch, food is ready. Clear? So that is what is called SSAS. SSAS is a cooked food, is going to be preparing the food, make the data ready in the SSAS. SSAS is a chef, and we have data warehouse where you have a storeroom where you have detailed daily data. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. So when the chef is there, you simply go have the lunch in 10 minutes and come back. You need not know how to cook food. You need not know wait. Otherwise, you need to go get the data warehousing data. You should know how to fetch the data, how to aggregate the data, how to cook it, how to massage it. You will take a lot of time. People will be worried. Clear? So reporting will be very, very faster when you have a cube. People would ask you this question. What is the need for the cube or the SSAS? So what is the answer? So it is going to be aggregating the data. So because of that, you're faster, nothing else. Okay. Why SSAS cube means why SSAS cube? It is going to be performing aggregating the data. Reporting is faster, nothing else. Reporting faster. Why? Because if somebody is not aggregating, the report has to aggregate. It has to take the data warehouse data, and if you create a simply report, it has to take the data and it has to aggregate it. Aggregation will take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and the end user will be unhappy. Now what you do, you will have a SSAS in between. What this fellow will do, he will take the data, aggregate the data, reports will take the aggregated data, show, and the user is very, very fast. Clear? You will be very, very happy. That's it. Clear? So Y cube, it could be tabular cube or multi-dimensional cube, means it is going to be aggregating the data before the report asked for the viewing. Clear? So understand the milkman example. The milkman is very, very happy when the mother is performing aggregations and writing those totals in the book itself. Clear? The same thing is done with the SSAS, nothing else. Clear? So we are going to be discussing SSAS, multi-dimensional cube. It is going to be getting the data from where? Data warehousing, and we create a lot of aggregations. So without writing not even single code, you can create a lot of aggregations, right? So that is the beauty. Any question? So that is the need for it. Clear? Is an analysis tool, stores multi-dimensional aggregated data to speed up the reporting or queries. Stores the pre-computed data, pre-aggregated data is a multi-dimensional OLAP server. Okay, so that is what is very, very important. So why SSAS makes the reporting faster? This is what you should say. No need of writing any complex SQL code. No need of writing anything. Without writing a code, simply give data warehouse data to the cube. Cube is going to be cooking the data, means processing the data. Clear? You need sum, it will do. You need average, it can find. You need minimum, maximum count, whatever you need. You ask a lot of questions. What is the sales happened last month? What is the sales happened current month? What is the India sales? What is the America sales? What is the India sales in last year? Whatever be the query you ask, the data is ready. Aggregated data is ready. That is what is the beauty. Clear? So tomorrow we'll see how to start SSAS and create a cube. Am I clear?